No, I'm not wrong. You are. They're buying the gun legally. They're selling the gun illegally. But they are allowed to continue to buy the guns legally because they're not being caught and prosecuted for the illegal act of selling the gun. In about 32 or 33 states in this country, you can walk into a gun show and buy a gun from a private collector without having to submit to a background check. In many cases, without having so much as to give them your name or show them ID. Those states are red states that have the lax gun laws, right? The federal firearms dealers have to submit to background checks, have to have their buyers submit to background checks. That doesn't apply to private sellers. So it's up to the states to put rules on gun shows when it comes to private sellers. Blue states have done so. Here in Illinois, if you want to buy from a private collector at a gun show, you still submit to a federal background check. But in many red states, you don't. That is a legal purchase. So, people who sell guns on the black market love to go to gun shows in red states and buy large quantities of guns from private sellers where none of the transaction is actually traced. They then illegally sell them on the streets on the black market for a profit. That's the illegal part. But because we don't have a way of tracing those guns through their hands, because we're not making them submit to background checks because we don't have a gun registry, because we're not making them submit to the same steps that federal firearm dealers have to submit to when they sell a gun, those guns just go off, get sold, and nobody gets caught or prosecuted. So then, because they're not a criminal, when they come back to the gun show to buy the next 100 guns from the private collector, it's still legal. The purchase is legal. The sale is illegal, but we can't catch them on the sale end because we're not doing anything on the front end when it comes to the purchase to actually trace the guns. You're wrong.